Revealing the devil's lies, understanding deception and seeking truth. In a world where we constantly encounter information, opinions, and beliefs, it can be difficult to distinguish what's true from what is false. Beyond these everyday sources of confusion, there exists a more insidious kind of deception, a spiritual deception often referred to as the devil's lies. These lies aim to distort our understanding of ourselves, the world around us, and the purpose of our lives. Today, we're going to explore what the devil's lies look like, how they manifest in our thoughts and actions, and how we can recognize and resist them to live in truth and clarity. To understand the devil's lies, we must first realize that these deceptions are not always obvious. They don't necessarily scream at us or appear as clear falsehoods. Instead, these lies are often subtle, wrapped in half-truths or disguised as seemingly harmless thoughts that appeal to our insecurities, weaknesses, and desires. They can appear as internal beliefs that affect how we see ourselves and what we believe we deserve in life. When we accept these lies as truth, they take root, shaping our actions, relationships, and overall sense of purpose. One of the most common lies we face is the idea that we are not enough. This lie whispers that we are unworthy of love, success, or happiness. It tells us that our past mistakes define us and that no matter what we do, we'll never measure up. This lie can be crippling, as it leads to feelings of shame, guilt, and self-doubt. When we believe we are not enough, we become trapped in a cycle of low self-esteem, which affects our confidence and motivation. We might find ourselves settling for less, avoiding new challenges, or feeling undeserving of happiness. Another lie frequently promoted by the forces of darkness is the belief that we can't change, that we are stuck in our circumstances, bound by our past, and limited by our weaknesses. This lie makes us feel powerless, as if we're incapable of growth or transformation. It can make us feel like prisoners of our mistakes or flaws, holding us back from trying to become better versions of ourselves. When we accept this lie, we are more likely to give up on our dreams, neglect self-improvement, and lose hope in our own potential. The lie of comparison is another powerful tool of deception. This lie tells us that our value is determined by how we measure up to others. We're constantly exposed to messages that encourage comparison, from social media to advertisements, and this lie convinces us that our worth is tied to what others have or achieve. We might start to think, I'll be happy if I look like them, or I'll be successful if I can accomplish what they have. Comparison creates a mindset of scarcity, making us feel like we are lacking and that we'll only be fulfilled if we have what others have. This lie can lead to jealousy, resentment, and an ongoing feeling of inadequacy. Materialism is yet another lie often used to keep us focused on temporary gains rather than long-term fulfillment. This lie tells us that success and happiness are measured by the possessions we accumulate and the status we achieve. It feeds the belief that more is better, leading us to pursue things like wealth, fame, or luxury as ends in themselves. However, chasing material gain often leads to emptiness, as we find ourselves constantly wanting more, never fully satisfied. When we're consumed by materialism, we lose sight of what truly brings joy and meaning, such as relationships, personal growth, and a sense of purpose. A particularly damaging lie is the belief that we are alone, that no one understands us, or that we have to face our struggles by ourselves. This lie creates a sense of isolation, making us feel as though we can't reach out for help or support. It convinces us that others won't understand or that they'll judge us if we share our true thoughts and feelings. Isolation weakens us, making us more vulnerable to negative influences and limiting our ability to grow and find encouragement. When we believe we're alone, we cut ourselves off from the support and wisdom that community and connection provide. The lie of hopelessness is one that can be especially difficult to overcome. This lie tells us that our situation will never improve, that our dreams are out of reach, and that there's no point in trying. It convinces us that change is impossible and that we should just accept our circumstances, no matter how difficult or painful they may be. This lie can lead to despair, as it strips away our motivation and robs us of the energy we need to keep moving forward. When we lose hope, we become more susceptible to giving up on our goals and abandoning our faith in a better future. Temptation is also a form of deception, one that convinces us to pursue immediate gratification at the expense of long-term well-being. This lie tells us that temporary pleasures will bring lasting happiness, or that indulgence will satisfy our deepest needs. Temptation often disguises itself as something harmless or even beneficial, making it easier to justify choices that may seem fulfilling in the moment but ultimately lead to regret. Whether it's the temptation to seek comfort in unhealthy habits or the desire to take shortcuts to success, this lie encourages us to compromise our values and make decisions that don't align with our true goals. In addition to these lies, there is the lie of perfectionism, the idea that we must be flawless to be worthy or that we should never make mistakes. Perfectionism creates an impossible standard, one that leads to constant self-criticism and a fear of failure. This lie convinces us that our worth depends on our achievements and that mistakes make us less valuable. Perfectionism can lead to procrastination, anxiety, and burnout, as we become so focused on avoiding failure that we stop taking risks or pursuing growth. To combat these lies, we must first learn to recognize them. Recognizing lies requires self-awareness and a commitment to seeking truth. We can start by reflecting on our thoughts and beliefs, asking ourselves whether they align with our values and goals or if they seem to limit us. Self-reflection allows us to identify which lies may be influencing our decisions, behaviors, or attitudes. Building confidence in ourselves is another powerful way to overcome lies. When we believe in our worth and potential, we are less likely to be swayed by thoughts of inadequacy or fear of failure. Building confidence can involve setting small, achievable goals that reinforce our sense of capability, as well as surrounding ourselves with positive influences that remind us of our strengths. Confidence acts as a shield, helping us resist the influence of lies that try to bring us down. Community and connection are also essential in resisting the devil's lies. When we connect with others who share our values, we find encouragement, support, and accountability. A supportive community can provide insight, helping us see through lies we may not recognize on our own. Talking openly with friends, family, or mentors allows us to gain perspective, reminding us that we're not alone in our struggles and that others face similar challenges. Faith, in whatever form it may take, provides a foundation that helps us stand strong against deception. Faith encourages us to look beyond temporary setbacks, reminding us of our purpose and potential. When we have faith, we find strength in something greater than ourselves, whether it's a belief in a higher power, a commitment to our values, or a vision of our best selves. Faith keeps us grounded, giving us a sense of hope and direction even when we face doubts or challenges. Another powerful tool for resisting lies is practicing gratitude. Gratitude helps shift our focus from what we lack to what we have, reducing feelings of comparison, jealousy, and discontent. When we practice gratitude, we gain a more balanced perspective, one that allows us to appreciate our blessings and see beyond temporary desires. Gratitude helps us recognize the things that truly matter, strengthening our resistance to lies that suggest we need more to be happy or fulfilled. Forgiveness is also crucial in freeing ourselves from lies. Lies often keep us bound by guilt or resentment, making it hard to move forward. When we forgive ourselves and others, we release the hold that past mistakes or wrongs have on us. Forgiveness allows us to let go of negative beliefs that keep us stuck, making space for healing, growth, and new opportunities. Setting boundaries is another effective strategy for resisting lies. Boundaries protect our time, energy, and focus, helping us stay committed to our values and goals. When we set boundaries, we limit our exposure to sources that reinforce negative beliefs or distractions. For example, setting limits on social media can reduce the influence of comparison, while choosing to spend time with supportive people can help reinforce positive beliefs. Cultivating hope is essential in overcoming lies of hopelessness and despair. Hope reminds us that our situations can change, that growth is possible, and that we have the power to make a difference. When we hold on to hope, we find the strength to face challenges, pursue our goals, and trust in a brighter future. Hope gives us the courage to keep moving forward, even when the road is difficult or uncertain. In conclusion, the devil's lies are subtle yet powerful influences that can distort our understanding of ourselves and our purpose. These lies often come in the form of inadequacy, comparison, materialism, isolation, hopelessness, temptation, and perfectionism, each aiming to distract us from a life of truth and fulfillment. By recognizing these lies and actively working to resist them, we can live a life rooted in authenticity, purpose, and joy. Through self-awareness, confidence, community support, faith, gratitude, forgiveness, boundaries, and hope, we build the resilience needed to see through deception and stay focused on what truly matters. In this journey, we find that each step toward truth brings us closer to the life we are meant to live, free from the chains of lies and empowered by clarity, peace, and purpose.